There'll be feelings of adrenaline, excitement, but all we know is that we can only expect the unexpected here in Belgrade as the women's final is underway. The passing into a great zone, and they run the middle early on. This battle between Popovic and Lasic, Danesi and Kirikella could be where this game is won and lost. Ognjenovic uses the middle early on, and now she's back to serve. So Boskovic is on the front court. Sylla is a service target. That's no surprise. Other teams have targeted Sylla. Boskovic, big block. Sylla gets the first block on Boskovic, but that's the battle. The war is going to be a very, very long one. Serve on Sylla, wrestles the ball in. Agonu puts Ognjenovic on the floor, and that's key. Mazante is enjoying the tactical battle already, and we're only 2 points through. Getting Ognjenovic out of her setting department by tipping over is one way to score. Well, Boskovic stays at position 4. Agonu looks for the touch. We may see the first challenge here. When the lights go on, you appreciate how busy the Štark Arena really is here. No challenge from Italy. 9 of the squad for Serbia that won this 2 years ago. No Maja Aleksic, no Teodora Pusic. The rest have been there. The rest have been in the squad. The rest have tasted glory. And it's the first big bit of work. Pietrini puts the ball into the right spot, but it's Popovic who leads that middle battle 2-0 at the moment. Terzic encouraged as it stands. Reverse set to Agonu, stays high to the angle on Ognjenovic. It's going to be interesting to see where players pop up to play defense here. Both teams move their opposite players around a little bit. Boskovic can hit through the pipe attack or the inside 10. Agonu. Powerful spin serve from Agonu. But there's a foot fault against the opposite. Foot's over the line, point goes Serbia's way. Well, the Italian television crew right beside me here, and the tension is unbearable for them. Pietrini targeted once more. It's too tight to the net. The ball has to come over from Oro. Off the shoulder of Agonu. More work from Serbia. They've started as they mean to really go on. It's Lasic again. The middle battle is being won by Serbia so far, but the free ball will give Ognjenovic a free license to roam in the setting department. Agonu through the inside 10 at the moment, trying to lose the blocker and go through the split. The height of Agonu, insane. Tight pass, easy pickings for Pietrini. And Italy are going to have to keep the intensity on their side as the crowd goes so quiet when the Italians score. Serve to position 1. Popovic not overjoyed with that pass. Tries to change. Up from the serve going to position 1. It's a bit fast from Popovic. Ball moves straight across her. It's another break from Italy. Agonu finding it hard to be stopped. She's having the better of the opposite battle at this moment in time, but Boskovic has a chance to score here. Di Gennaro is parked in the perfect position, just sits and holds. Now she has to deliver a free ball. That's good work from the defense from Serbia. 5 moves to 6, 6 moves to 1 to relieve Ognjenovic of her position so she can move up into the setting position. Just there Three front court attackers with a free ball, back to the middle. Rasic goes away from the body. Boskovic back to serve, both opposites on the backcourt. Slide attack, Kiri Keller. And still 10 of Italy's squad is the same from the World Championships in Japan. Kiri Keller, certainly one of those. Coming into this game, Italy 48% in attack, 46% in reception. Speed. Lazovic through the block this time. Oro, wing speed, outrageously quick, but the front court of Serbia equal to it. And it's a big block on Boskovic. Danesi gets across with Pietrini. Smart move for Morganjanovic. The ball's shifting left. She flips it back to the opposite, but Pietrini makes a phenomenal read. Boskovic is silenced again. We're only 7 apiece here in Belgrade. It feels like we've had a lot of action already. Boskovic finds a point and 12,000 Serbians erupt. "100 kilometers an hour almost from Boskovic. Big from Pietrini, still bouncing out of the Štark Arena. The speed of the set from Oro, the width of the set from Oro really opened everything up. Sylla gets involved. It's a great run to the outside from Pietrini. He started position 6, I think, before moving around Sylla. Now Pietrini on position 6, playing backcourt. Sylla's on the front court, goes to Agonu with the perfect split. Chases on from Serbia. This is certainly everything we expected it to be. Italy are not here to be pushed around by Serbia and their 12,000 supporters. They're here to fight with everything they have. But Boskovic, fans love it. You're on TV, sir. Sitting in the seam of the block, Mirkovic just adapting to the situation, knows that the middle spiker has a seam to go through. They fill it. And then an easy point for Agonu. Well, you say easy, it's a good decision. There are no easy points in this game. Agonu so far almost faultless, minus that first error, her first swing. She knows the seam's open, good vision and nice awareness from Paola Agonu. And a tip for a tip. Popovic has really been unstoppable so far. Well, there is no Branika Mihailovic due to injury and rest. She scored over 20 points in the 2019 final against Turkey in Ankara. But they're dealing without her quite well throughout this competition. But where Mihailovic really does contribute with a lot of points, there might just be a little bit of added pressure on the middles from Serbia and Boskovic without her. But with Sylla, Pietrini on the wings, scoring so far, the split and share of the points from Italy is good, and it's Agonu with another crowd silencer. now the boos come as Agonu starts to find her rhythm. Nothing will put Agonu off here, though. And Oro finds the perfect set to Pietrini. Just as the free ball comes in, sometimes it's the best time to use the pipe off the free ball. Popovic stacks towards Agonu, leaves the pipe open. Well, it's a slide attack that the middle commits to as well. There's two on that side, Agonu and Kiri Keller to deal with, so it did open up the pipe, but then Serbia start to find their rhythm as well. The pipe attack from Italy responded by a huge swing on the outside. Oro, the setter, not the biggest blocker in the team. Serbia will look to utilise that mismatch on the outside and try and find some easier points. Sylla, hammer angle, just wide of the mark. Big blocking from Serbia. They've turned the tide here. Milinkovic knows the ball's going to Kiri Keller, just reaches in to the angle of the slide attack. Leaving the line open, but it's the toughest swing available for Kiri Keller from there. Timeout, Italy, the first timeout in this gold medal match. Popovic serving. Di Gennaro takes up so much of the court. Maybe she's trying to take slightly too much as the pass is too tight for Alessa Oro in the end. Rasic won't score many easier than this one. Pushes straight back down. Serbia now by 2. This is where it might get slightly difficult for Italy when Serbia get the wind in their sails and the crowd get the wind in their sails as well. Boskovic is looking for a touch here. There is a touch. Kiri Keller looks like the guilty party. And that's just a small pocket of Serbian fans. It's off of Sylla's hands. Sylla the target. Agonu hardly stopped through position 2 so far, and through the 10 attack that time, but so physical. Myriam Sylla to serve. Tight pass this time from Serbia, straight back down from Pietrini. '26-year-old with a Moko volley since 2018. Sylla, it's another big bit of work. It's a float serve and a big deflection off the top of the net band. Yeah, that's how it feels when you get net band aced. Well, timeout for Serbia. Sylla, well, best outside spiker in the FIVB World Championships in 2018. Best outside spiker in this competition in 2019 as well. So much with the Moco Volley Conegliago, including the Champions League this last season. More winners and more errors from Italy. The fact that Serbia haven't made an error yet is slightly frightening. In a game of this magnitude, to come out and play this clean is 2 in a row though. 2 netband aces. And Italy find the funny side here. Sylla is trying to hit that one as flat as possible. Lazovic gets stung 2 times in a row. Sylla looking for a hat-trick of netband aces. Not this time. Popovic passes slightly off the net, but Ognjenovic can find the middle from anywhere. Was there a net touch? There was a net touch, but against the Italians. The good run of Sylla comes to an end. The scores are tied. Great feet from Ognjenovic. Great hands to really throw the ball into the pathway of Rasic. This time it's Serbia's opportunity to serve well, and the middle work from Ognjenovic. Managed to use the middle more successfully than Italy at the moment. When they do get the ball in, Ognjenovic is using Rasic, using Popovic, and it's working really nicely. Challenge from Italy on whether that ball was in or out. The ball is in very much to the delight of the fans here. Boskovic used a spin serve, a jump float serve, and a standing serve yesterday. Potentially think she's aced that one, but the referee says absolutely not to Anna Boskovic. It's an intriguing game. Italy have to keep this level of service up. Kunkovic, Boskovic out the back. The crowd hushed once more. Italy serving here is keeping the ball as far away as Boskovic as possible, trying to get Serbia out of system, trying to get after Milinkovic, but also serve as far away as Boskovic as you can. This time a bit more central. Tip over the top. Lazovic is targeted on this occasion. Wrestles the ball in. Rocked backwards, but Ognjenovic is so good when Serbia are in system, but in these situations, we see it time and time again. She finds solutions to get Boskovic in the game, and while Boskovic in trouble sometimes when the ball isn't perfect is as good as Boskovic when the ball is perfect. She's so high and so physical. Boskovic playing defense. Back to Boskovic again. Italy make a monster block here. Danesi manages to sweep across and stay strong with the outside hand. Boskovic still on the backcourt. Italy lead by 1. Agonu on the front court. Interesting times now if they can make another stop. No, they can't. Boskovic on the 10 attack, just as enforceful as she is on the front row. Once again, that sliding ball to 5. It's a difficult one to take because as that ball's coming across your body, your arms really have to get out so early to block the ball back. Another error from Serbia, and as we were speaking previously, the error count was so low from Serbia for the first 15 points of this performance, but they've started to creep in as Pietrini serves short to position 1. Fast play, lines open. Ognjenovic has to take so many plaudits for this, because from where the ball was served from, position 1, to really fire that one with enough speed to get it across to the middle. Frightening. The easy option would be to send that to 4 or 2, but Ognjenovic is not about taking the easy option. Serbia winning the middle battle. It's close between the two opposites. And there's another middle block. Popovic, who has made 2 offensively and has made 2 blocks now to go alongside it. It's a double block of both the Serbians. Sylla served to the inside. Difficult to find Egonu from there, but they managed to take Sylla out of the offense, so it was never going to go to Myriam Sylla. Di Gennaro, it's a left-handed tip from Egonu, and Di Gennaro, whenever she has the opportunity to step in, make a set, she will do so. She'll do it flamboyantly, with ease, but sometimes, well, that's a little bit too quick. It's a little bit out of the rhythm for Egonu. Serbia with a 2-point lead at money time. It's been a tough couple of years for the world and a tough couple of years for sports. But this environment in this arena at the moment makes you remember what sport is all about, and that's the fans. They're having an unbelievable experience here as we go into business time in the first. Egonu. Once again, the speed of the play from Italy. Mazzanti always trying to shave fractions of a second off of the offense. Oro has to go that way. She doesn't get her feet around the ball to go to the pin. The middle blockers are always looking for things like that as cues to make reads and to kick out, to make blocks to the outside, but Egonu was too quick. Oro's set was too quick, but the tip over the top. Multiple ways to score points in this game. Milinkovic with the tip over the top. Now, the Netherlands were incredibly successful in the semi-final with the tip attack against Italy. That's pretty much how they got off to a great start in set number 4. Serbia will know that they can catch Italy out by tipping balls, especially to the center of the court like we just saw. Egonu, steep as you like. And what you have to appreciate there from Egonu is, yes, the turn of the angle. She's coming in on an angled approach, so it's not the biggest angle we've seen from her, but it's the smoothness. She's not trying to bounce that ball. She's just trying to stay fast with the arm and make it hit the sideline. Egonu's service, a big one. That's a game of inches, and for Serbia, it's gone their way. They have first set point, looking for 3 EuroVolley championships on the spin. Boskovic, well, it's Kiri Keller who's trying desperately to get out. She's leaning, but she's trying to get her hands to cover the seams. It's Boskovic who's turning it on at the right time. Popovic, who's had an incredible opening set. Sylla does what Sylla does so often. Physicality. If you're as physical as Sylla, you can swing high and go off the top. Even of the world's best opposite, trying to reach into the zone of Sylla. Pietrini back in for Paracali, who just came in to receive and play defense. Well, we've seen 2 net band aces from Myriam Sylla so far in this game. Now they're set point down, needing a side out. They have the break that they need, Serbia. They just need to put this ball away. It's another tip. Agonu is there. Sylla from the inside, steals one back for Italy. We go to overtime. What a time to deliver from Myriam Sylla. Boskovic squeezes across to try and take that angle away from Sylla by the narrowest of margins. Boos and hisses from the Serbian fans. Rasic and Ognjenovic for the umpteenth millionth time for Serbia. The speed. Rasic starts wide. Kiri Keller has to respect the pipe attack, the 2-ball. And it's the speed of the feet and the speed of the hands from Ognjenovic. Boskovic serving set point for Serbia. There's the dig on the backcourt. Has to go to Boskovic on the 10. And it's Serbia's rock star, Tijana Boskovic, that takes the opening set for Serbia. There's just over 12,000 fans here that absolutely erupt. Pietrini gets dug. Lazovic stable in the perfect position on the bodyline of the spiker. And Boskovic on the backcourt, flying to give Serbia the lead here. There's not much there, is there? Agonu is slightly more effective than Boskovic. Boskovic will get more of the ball than Agonu, you'd think. But looking at the stats here, Agonu 7 points from 14, 50%. Boskovic has had 16 sets for the 7 points. That's a 44% effect rate. But again, it's the way that Maja Ognjenovic can run this game. And it is the 37-year-old who will get us underway. Danesi and Kiri Keller are world-class middles, but they've really struggled to enforce themselves into this game due to Ognjenovic. But there is Danesi linking with Oro. And it's a little bit out of sync, but Italy won't mind too much. Italy will just be trying to get the middle in as much as possible. It's the turn that does the damage from Danesi. Any turn of the ball very late becomes very difficult for the blockers to line up against and for the defenders to defend against. Scoop from Pietrini. Agonu tips over the top. That's 2 tips really in a row from Italy. Serbia maybe caught slightly off guard. Oro has a free ball, speed to Sylla. There's no tipping that one from Sylla when it's one-on-one. That's what this game is all about. The setters trying to get their spikers one-on-one on the wings. The middles have to work so hard every single ball, and the setter has to run the game effectively to make things like that happen. Boskovic from the left side. Di Janeiro. Well, for Di Janeiro, Sylla puts the ball away and will get the plaudits, but to play that fast out of system, near enough every team in the world plays quick, but the ball control from Di Janeiro is sublime. The speed that she can still find Sylla with an underarm set is world-class. Serve to one. Once again, they're serving away from Boskovic. Agonu gets her hands on the ball, but to no avail. Let's keep an eye on that from Italy. Seems to be that when Boskovic is at position 4, they serve towards position 1 and vice versa. And they won't always be trying to ace, but they're going to be looking to try and get Boskovic slightly out of rhythm and hitting the ball from a lower point. Sylla back to the line. Italy have started fine here. Middle is on time. They've used the middle already, and that's going to make the Serbian middles commit. Because of the good passing from Italy, it means that the offense is running smoothly from the Italians so far. Out of system play, and that's exactly the opposite of what we were talking about from Di Gennaro. It's a high ball from Popovic, but when you have Boskovic at position 2, you don't have to play so fast. That's quicker. Reaction from Agonu. Now she's covering Sylla off the shoulder. Sylla. Watch out, ref. But Osbart, the coaching staff, really agitated. Anna Danesi, well, sees it the same way I do, which is quite funny. Shoulder dig from Agonu. And Serbia are back to 2. Pietrini. Well, there are easy swings in volleyball, and that's usually in the areas that you're facing. And for Kiri Keller here, she's tried to turn the steepest of angles away from Rasic. Rasic has had a little reach into that line ball, but it's certainly not bad from Italy. It's a good mistake. That's not what is classed as a good mistake from Serbia. Miss one out the back, but missing one in the net. Boskovic. There must have been a touch from Boskovic. In the opening set yesterday, scored 15 points against Turkey in a set that just went colossally into overtime. Boskovic scored 90 to 100% of those balls cross-court, but then we started to see her tip the ball line and attack the line a little bit more. But Boskovic is so high up there that she's got so many angles that she can access cross-court. She can go sharp, she can go deep, she can go in between. As soon as she sees the block, it's game over. Ognjenovic finds Rasic. One hand, flamboyant, yes, but it's the wide play again. Serbia love to stretch the middle here, and Kiri Keller is there, but she's a little bit too wide. The high percentage swing most of the time goes in the gap that Kiri Keller is trying to cover. Rasic is just smart enough to see it and snap it back the other way, but that should also open up Boskovic at position 2 as well. Should be 2 up from Italy here on Boskovic. Boskovic goes to the line and misses. Popovic puts Serbia in some sort of system. Katarina Lazovic sends the arena roaring again. The stability for Lazovic and Milinkovic on the outside is really growing. In the past, Serbia have suffered with their passing a little bit, but they look really solid throughout. And serving, passing off the net this time is Italy. It allows time for Popovic to get across once again. Di Gennaro has to go back to Pietrini. Easy pickings for a middle blocker, but you still have to get your hands over, and you still have to reach. Agonu. This game, we said it would be a clash of the titans, and it's exactly that. Agonu, one-on-one. You would bet everything you own on Agonu in those situations, although you wouldn't get very good odds. Pietrini finds one fast. Well, that set yesterday, Serbia beat Turkey in the first, well, 3-1, but they lost the first set 34-32. Pietrini, well, Popovic isn't there that time, but it's probably the only time that Popovic hasn't really got out to position for. That first set between Turkey and Serbia was a very, very big one. It's more for Serbia, they're back to 1. It was 34-32. And that was the second most points scored in a set in Women's European Championships after 35-33. Croatia, Hungary, the only score to beat it. Agonu is back in. Terzic looks a little bit lost for words. In system, Ognjenovic. And Boskovic, as we were saying, likes to hit cross-court a lot from position 2. It's the same when she's at 4 and she really brings that arm back across the body. But Danesi is in the right spot. The problem isn't Danesi's blocking, it's the fact that Boskovic is so high that she has to reach into that airspace from Boskovic, and it's very difficult to press and penetrate. Agonu scores one straight after Boskovic scores. Pietrini is being served an awful lot at the moment. Wouldn't be a surprise if Parikali comes on just to give her a respite on the backcourt next time around. Omina Popovic and Milena Rasic have been outstanding. Back in system. And Sylla, effective one-on-one because of the passes on point from Pietrini. Commits Rasic to taking Kiri Keller. You also have Agonu on that right side of the court, so you don't blame Serbia for leaving Sylla one-on-one, depending on if Kiri Keller's going to hit the slide attack. You'd be doubled up on the right side with Agonu and Kiri Keller. If Kiri Keller stays in the middle, you've still got Agonu on the 10. No surprise is that Rasic is trying to look after Agonu first, but that's why it's such a good split, this one, for Sylla, and why Sylla on the front court now is key for Italy if they can pass. One of the rotations that Italy will want to get round quick, but Boskovic also still on the back hit. Couple of errors gives us a slight respite from all the drama. Not been many consecutive errors here. It's been quite exciting and very full on. The serve from Kiri Keller. She's replaced. Danesi on the front court. Well, interesting times as Rasic is serving. Popovic on the front with Danesi. Danesi trusted to follow Oro. Agonu one-on-one, leaving Agonu alone. at your peril, just like Boskovic. Hits on the 10 attack like she's on the front court. And the block of Serbia just pinching in, looking after Danesi, leaving Agonu alone. Maybe some data says that they don't use Agonu that much in that rotation, but that's just a massive assumption. Ognjenovic flips one back. Boskovic on the pipe. Anything Agonu can do, so can Boskovic. An eye for an eye, a 10 for a 10. Attack through position 1. Di Gennaro. I mean, that's what you have to appreciate about all great liberos. There's an error from Pietrini. And this rotation is one now that, well, it looks like there might have been a touch off the hands. No, out the back. Rotation they're going to want to get off quick, Italy. But Di Gennaro hasn't been served much, but when she is called upon, she makes another block. What reactions from Pietrini. Wonderful right foot. Chance for Boskovic. Di Gennaro. Pietrini, very tight work from Italy. They have to keep the ball slightly more off the net if they want to score. Tip does it. What a turnaround. Pietrini. Keepy uppies. Doesn't matter how you do it. Right-footed scoop off the net band. Bit of flex from Mazzanti. Could be a turning point as Italy take the lead there. They had no right to win that one. Di Gennaro somehow finds an angle to keep the ball alive off every part of her body. But Boskovic, once again, loves coming back cross-court at position 4. The ball drifts across her. She works it straight back where it comes from. Agonu. And you have to appreciate the maturity in the game of Agonu and Boskovic, how they managed to mix up hammering the ball, wanting to hammer the ball, especially in occasions like this one, but then actually varying their offense up so they're not too predictable. Boskovic gets the hammer out and puts another one away. Popovic serving deep over the top to no avail. They won't mind that too much. Well, Popovic minds it, looking at her face, but Terzic minds it, so maybe they do mind that so much. Not for the first time I get one wrong as Serbia call a timeout. So they do mind it a lot. Agonu, good timeout from Terzic. You can hear the crowd that as soon as the going gets tough for Serbia, the crowd really get going. A miss serve from Agonu, a miss serve from Boskovic. That's 2 miss serves in succession. Perfect work from Serbia. Using the middle at this time will be an investment for their future a little bit later on, but Italy are really invested in everything they're doing defensively. Pietrini, shot down. Ognjenovic, Rasic. Well, they've caused some strife for Italy offensively, but now defensively, they pop up. It's reaching in from Ognjenovic. It's a big read from her. Fading away, almost leaning in the air from Pietrini, means she cannot come to the line. And if Ognjenovic sees that, wow, it's a great read from one of the world's best setters. 19-all, 6 blocks for Serbia. That's a big stat. And at crunch time, the set can't find a Gonu from Oro, and it's Serbia that take the lead once more. Timeout from Mazzanti. That sliding serve from 5-5 is a difficult one. Oro tries to put it in the path of a Gonu. She's always reaching. Lazovic, what a read that is. Should be looking after Kiri Keller, but she's pinching on a Gonu. She's always watching, always adapting, and that's really smart blocking from Serbia, as much as it's not a clean play from Italy. Gonu now on the pipe this time. The link is certainly there. A Gonu through the 10 is dangerous. A Gonu through the pipe is dangerous. And just in these situations, you've still got Sylla there as well. It's one-on-one on the backcourt, and that's exactly what they're trying to enforce here, Italy, by changing the approach line through the middle back position of a Gonu. Canary comes in, it's a serving substitution. Canary is an outside. Kiri Keller, a middle. Boskovic still on the backcourt. Ognjenovic finds her. It doesn't matter if she's on the backcourt. There's no slide attack when you've got Boskovic hammering on the right side. Again, serving as far away as Boskovic as they can, Italy. But Ognjenovic spreads it from left to right. It's a perfect set for Boskovic. She can pick it high, she can turn it. This game shows no signs of slowing down. Oro to a Gonu, and that one's just wide of the mark as well. We might see a challenge here. Gonu, Sylla are both quite agitated with that decision, but once again, where the link between Ognjenovic and Boskovic is flourishing here, that ball again is a little bit out of rhythm. And it's a game of really small margins. Serbia lead by 2, but that's 2 balls almost in a row. There was one big swing through the middle from Gonu, but 2 that have been slightly out of rhythm from Oro. Was there a touch? I think the fans in the crowd will tell us the answer. Rasic serving. Pietrini slightly tight for Oro. Middle's been taken, but it's a quick move actually, and it's Boskovic that plays defense from way downtown. Sylla gets involved in the action. She's been quite quiet as of late. Myriam Sylla will want to be getting on the front court again very soon. Error from Serbia, but remember, that was Italy's side out. They're still a breakdown at this stage, as they were in the opening set. Alessia Oro serving for Italy. Nothing more humbling than 12,000 fans booing you as you serve in one of the biggest games of your career. Sylla, this is a huge opportunity. Pietrini can only continue, but it's a great continuation play. Over line, maybe it's not a continuation play. Position one, sat up on tip cover. So Pietrini rolls high over the top of Boskovic. Smart play. Boskovic beaten defensively. Agonu back on the front court. Boskovic on the 10. Sylla. Reactions from Agonu. Italy are really digging in here. They're fighting for everything. And their fighting has earned them another point. Mazzanti jumps up in the air. The reactions from Sylla on the backcourt, has the captain's armband. The reactions from Agonu on the front court to steer that one over. Timeout now from Serbia. Italy on a glorious run.
Kad opuca jednu iz druge linije pa je daš odmah drugu, redovno gubimo poen na tim situacijama. Ajde da to ne radimo. Idemo dalje, servis nije bog kakav, idemo da dodamo. Ajde, ajde!
Back underway. Serbia now are having problems of their own. Italy could challenge this. All the blockers are saying no touch. Sylla says no, Agonu says no, Danesi says no, everyone says no. That means Mazzante is going to say no, and we're going to have a challenge to see if that was a block touch. The X-Files. Echo out around the arena. No sign of Mulder and Scully. Italy will have set point if this is overturned. It certainly is overturned. 23-all turns to 24-22, and this is a minor bank robbery here because they were 2 down. The arena is really starting to pipe up as Italy serve to go 1-1. They're going to have 2 goes at it, but they only need 1. The bench from Italy go wild. Danesi brings Italy back all square here and silences the Serbian crowd. Ognjenovic was always going to go to Boskovic. Danesi knew that, got across, dropped the hands inside, and now we're at 1. (26-24), Italy grab one back. It's 1-1, 25-22.
You can volleyball with the bus, come on! Make a big applause!
So the third set about to get underway here in the EuroVolley. Final 2 absolute powerhouses of the European game. It's a game that's delivered on all fronts. As Alicia Oro gets ready to get us underway in set 3, it's a missed serve from Oro. Agonu's had the better of the second set through position 2. Boskovic slightly had the better of set 1. The middles from Serbia really dominated the opening set, but Ognjenovic really is a miracle worker when setting, but sometimes the ball's so off the net and so quick they can't use the middle. Italy, well, have not started this game as they finished the last. Rasic, well, we said in the opening set with an overpass that she won't have many easier than that, but that one certainly was easier than the first one. Serbia with a big ace. The crowd here in Belgrade have got behind their team. Popovic, who was slightly quietened by the Italians in set 2, gets an ace on Pietrini. Pietrini the target once more. Parachiali will be ready to come on as a reception substitution. Agonu gets one through the opposite, but for Mazzanti, he won't want to bring on the second libero, who's now wearing an out-court coloured shirt, because they want to save it for a little bit later on. Agonu, easy on the outside, back to the cross-court. Different service patterns. Ognjenovic works the ball back to the middle, and Rasic, who was on fire, the Vikivbank middle. Ognjenovic to find Rasic from there. It's really not easy from position 1 for the setter to move their feet and work the ball into those zones. It's also not easy for Rasic to really track that ball in either. Danesi gets one right back in her own face from Milena Rasic. That's 3 in the first 6 points from the Serbian middle. And just as the crowd were silenced moments ago as Italy hit a hot streak, it's Serbia now who are in control. Reverse back to the angle, chases on from Serbia, Lazovic. And Agonu, just like Boskovic, loves to hit cross-court. That ball's slightly inside, so there's no line, but the height that Boskovic and Agonu are both playing at makes it so difficult for blockers, even if they are in the right zone, to reach at the right height of the offense. Agonu goes over the top once more. It's almost deja vu from the previous point. You have to feel for Katarina Lazovic, who's on the receiving end of trying to sit on the side of the block here and feel the seams. It's one thing being sat in the right place, but to take that ball early and get behind it from Agonu is something else. Reactions from Kiri Keller slows the ball down, but crafty from Ognjenovic. Pietrini beaten to the left-hand side. This is exactly what Terzic would be looking for as a reply from his team. And just as Pietrini is beaten on a similar ball previously, not Milinkovic. And because of that dig from Milinkovic, Serbia stay alive in the rally. They build through the rally and they make another break on the Italians. Oro looks almost for a 50 on Pietrini, or maybe the ball's just too wide and too fast. Italy are going to have to clean up the basics here. It's not the first time that we've seen the speed and the rhythm from the setter to the spikers not in the right slot. That is in the right slot, but Agonu goes long in 8-3. Serbia, Boskovic will be delighted. Ogonu's looking for the hands. Milinkovic, after that superb dig, puts Italy under pressure. The ball's off the net, so for Oro to go anywhere else is extremely difficult, but she has an outlet in Myriam Sylla on the outside that, although Rasic knows exactly where that's going. Let's see when Rasic goes. Rasic goes quite early. She feels the gap. There is no gap between the blockers, but Sylla won't mind. That's one of her super strengths. Malinov comes in for Oro. That's interesting. A change in the setting department. Malinov, her first job is to try and make a block. It's not Malinov that makes the block, it's Kiri Keller. Speed and width. Sylla, this time in system. It's a different decision from Sylla. Previously, when she knows that she had 2 blocks on her, she goes off the hands. This time, the ball's a lot faster, so the chances that there's going to be gaps in between the block is higher. 2 from 2 from Sylla. Italy are back to 3 here. And that's a big throw high. Potentially could have been a double touch, but game moves on. Ogonu through the centre. It's another miracle bit of work defensively. The biggest celebration there is from Bojana Milinkovic, because her defensive duties do not go amiss. Yes, the plaudits go to Boskovic. 39 points yesterday. She's already scoring the lion's share of Serbian points here in the Lions' Den. Change. Rasic leaves the court for the libero. Miss serve from Sylla. Sylla had 2 big serves off the netband in the opening set that almost turned the tide and brought Italy right back into the game, but almost snatched it away from Serbia. Ognjenovic celebrated their 300th cap in the quarterfinals. Can't make a dig on Ogonu, and that's a bit of a rush play, which makes it sometimes very difficult to play defense against. Staying high and just drawing the ball slightly over the top of the block. Justina Kiri Keller. And Italy have missed another serve. That's 2 in quick succession, but the most surprising thing is after gaining so much momentum in the previous set, they just handed everything back to Serbia with a run of uncharacteristic sloppy plays. But it was something that happened against the Netherlands in the semi-finals yesterday. They won the opening 2 sets and then really seemed to just lose their way for a set and let the Netherlands back into the game. The Netherlands took a set as Antti trying to keep the intensity for his team. Error, Milinkovic. It's from an in-system play. Ognjenovic is throwing her hands up in the air, the setter here. Boskovic is on the front court. Pietrini is alone, and that ball is super quick. It just gets across it. Milinkovic takes it very late. Ognjenovic blocking from the Italians, and they may have started slowly, but they're back to 1 here. Danesi knows that Ognjenovic goes to the middle when she's in the most difficult position. So it's very smart to hold that position. Don't release too early to the outsides. And she makes a block. Di Gennaro, another chest dig from Di Gennaro. As we were saying, that Di Gennaro manages to find an angle off any part of the body to any part of the court. That's the first time she's really been beaten. Regarded by many as the best at what she does in her role. Pietrini. And for Malinov, you have to give a fella Malinov some real credit here for coming off the bench. They're a little bit out of rhythm, so they could play slow, but that's not the Italian way. The Italian way is to play fast, even out of system, and that half ball to the pin allows the outsider to still go off the hands and beat them for speed. It's not always about trying to kill the ball, it's about trying to pressurize the blockers so you can go off the hands. Malinov, good setting towards Agonu, but Popovic takes a really late step in to take the tip. Ognjenovic takes the defensive play, and Mazzanti enjoys the Italian job on Serbia there, because, as we were just saying, it's not always about killing the ball, but also what they did so well there, Italy, is they gave the free ball or the tip to Ognjenovic. They took her out the offense as the setter. The slow ball to Boskovic dropped inside, and there were two blockers there for Italy. Timeout for Serbia. The Italians have done this the hard way, but they've come to Belgrade to crash the party. Slightly more errors from the Italians. Slightly more agitated crowd here in Serbia, you can tell, because the boos. But there's an ace from Italy. Lazovic caught high, leaving the ground, loses the stability of the passer. Edge of the seat stuff, even for the youngsters in the crowd. Free ball. Serbia struggling here, but they make a block through Milena Rasic, who started this third set with courage and class. She's maybe just turned a negative situation into one that's very positive. Makes a great read. Has to shift her hands into the seam. She can't get her feet across, but she has got long enough arms to take away those spaces. Agonu, good luck digging that one, Serbia. Said previously, earlier on in the game, that it's not the power of Agonu, it's the smoothness, that she can turn the ball so late, so sharp. Ace from Italy. Well, it's Jekyll and Hyde stuff from both sides here. Serbia had the perfect start, but the Italians, well, maybe are not starting to run away with this one after all, because Boskovic, just a sharper angle as we just saw from Agonu, flat, fast and furious across the face of the court, but Boskovic with extra power, another one that's reaching 100 kilometers an hour. Agonu. My word. Well, we said it was going to be a battle between the two opposites. We knew what we were letting ourselves in for, but they are delivering. Down the outside this time from Agonu, whose service is key. This rotation is massive for Serbia. An error from Boskovic. And once more, it's proving to be more than serving aces. Anything that Italy can do here to get Serbia passing off the net and get Boskovic hitting from approach lines that she doesn't want to hit from, the more chance they have of making a stop. It's another stop. Busha this time, the replacement, stopped by Kiri Keller. The two middles from Italy were outplayed in the opening set, that's for certain. But in 2 and 3, they've really come to the party. Mazzante is out for revenge. Boskovic, best opposite at the Olympic Games, is receiving a word from Zoran Terzic here. Serbia beat Italy in the World Championship final, Japan 2018. They broke Italian hearts once more in the quarterfinals of the Olympic Games just last month. Egonu scored 33 points in that World Championship final, outscored Tijana Boskovic. Still wasn't enough to win the World Championship in Yokohama that day. Good timeout from Terzic. Gets exactly what he wanted there, which is a loss of rhythm in the serve of Egonu in an error that follows that loss of rhythm. Rasic, sliding serve 5-5. Off the net, Milinov has to go out to the slide attack. There's a net touch, it's another error from Serbia. And Terzic is not moving, he's just staring at his players because Italy are playing so well, but there's too many silly mistakes from Serbia creeping in. Popovic dominated this game in the middle in the opening set for Serbia. This short ball from Sylla. It's a really good serve from Sylla because it takes one attack from Busha out of the game. Ognjenovic goes straight back to Popovic, who works off the block. The serve, so much about that at times, just trying to remove one option. Kiri Keller, Italy are playing with rejuvenated confidence. Serbia at home, a packed house. Kiri Keller really doesn't care. Kiri Keller is out for the time being, but it's just a serving sub that we've already seen. Big moments coming off the bench for Ganari with fans booing. The pass is not there from Serbia, but the set is certainly there from Ognjenovic. She has to work her socks off to lift that ball for Boskovic. The height was there for Boskovic to get after it and go over the top of Italy. Do not underestimate how good Ognjenovic really is in those situations. Pass from Sylla, it's very close. Milinov. She's come off the bench and she's provided stability here, and she's made one through the block of the Serbians. It's a joust, out-muscled from Milinov. Popovic put down. But Milinov has had that experience playing in the 2018 World Championship final. Game that Italy really had the advantage in set 5 and end up losing in 5. There's going to be a few problems with the two-touch. It's Boskovic that's sure there's a two-touch. It's not been given from the referee, but it's been consistent throughout. And it ends up being Italy's point. Boskovic furious. And now they're 3 away in a set that they were 4 or 5 up. Hands go underneath the net. That's interesting. Milinov serving. Boskovic fired up, but misses out once again. The error count is high for Boskovic here, just 24 years old, but he's already just about achieved everything. World champion. Serbia looking to win this competition for the third consecutive time. Popovic. Goes off the hands of Danesi. Well, 50% efficiency, 12 points is a very, very good evening's work so far for Popovic in the middle. Reactions defensively. Di Ganero makes a read that's out of this world, and Pietrini puts it away, but that one's for Monica Di Ganero. On the turn, through the hands of Vrasic. Staying high pays off in the Italian offense. Tough rotation for Ognjenovic. Goes to the outside. Milinkovic is left one-on-one and Agonu. Ball's in, but they're going to challenge. No, they're not. Danesi says it's actually in. When the pass is this good, they have multiple options available to them. Danesi is looking at trying to kick out on Boskovic if it goes out to the right side. Agonu, well, they'll be happy, Italy, if they leave Milinkovic one-on-one with Agonu at times, with Agonu on the front court. One-handed work. Malinov. Well, the bench have done a fine job. Paracali has come in to pass exactly like that. And it's Italy that take set 3, the first time of asking. It's really been a phenomenal performance throughout. Sylla takes the plaudits, but there's still a lot of volleyball left in this game for Serbia. It's been an exciting one. The first 2 sets, ferocious. Set number 3 had a very different feel about it. Momentum changing all the time. Italy take it. 25-19. Here, but can they finish off the job? Serbia playing at home will have something to say about it, we're sure. The world champions currently struggling here. High play to Boskovic. More phenomenal blocking from Italy. We're underway here in fine fashion in set 4. Boskovic has been stopped. The blocking of Italy. The footwork across the face of the net. Unbelievable. Anna Danesi, number 11 for Italy, kicks out, high ball, has the time. Has a very strong inside hand as well. Italy are winning this game all over the court at the minute, through the middle. On the opposite, it's another block on Boskovic. They keep feeding it, Serbia. Fast to Agonu. It's an unbelievable play. Sylla's celebration tells us everything. Looking straight at Di Ganero, who's just run the offense so quick as the libero. And he's sending that from the backcourt, and the blocker can't get across and cover. Popovic is nowhere. And that's all Di Ganero. He's just in awe at the moment. Now on the edge of the block that Di Ganero is there. Sylla. Serbia. Dig their heels in a little bit. They need to. Popovic, brutal in the opening set. Sylla off the net. Blocks back in the game. Serbia back in the game. Serving straight down the line to Pietrini. Pietrini's been targeted throughout. It's a very good serve from Serbia because they're trying to make it difficult to find Agonu. Italy do find Agonu. Another opportunity, this time to Sylla. They spread the play. And in this set, Malinov has really brought an energy and an element of control to this game. First time to Agonu, second time to Sylla, running the block left to right, making it difficult all the time. And just as Oro was struggling to find the rhythm with Agonu through the pipe and through the two ball, Mazzanti was very quick to change the setup. And then Oro has had a fantastic competition and a very good evening as well, but you have to give credit to Mazzanti with that substitution especially. (4-1) Italy. Busha, who started this set, and off the net, Boskovic is quietened. The crowd are quietened, and it's another situation where Boskovic is shut down. Maybe the third block and fourth block on Boskovic, but really, Milinkovic sends it back to Boskovic, and because they're always under pressure, the block have time to put added pressure on Boskovic as well. Serbia, the first touch has to get into a good zone. This is why it's such an incredible matchup, because Italy have the height to challenge Boskovic in the block. And as we mentioned before, they're constantly trying. They know that Boskovic is going to receive a lot of the ball, but if they can make sure that Boskovic receives the ball in compromised positions where she loses height, the block then have more of a chance to implement themselves into the game. And that's why Italy at times are serving really far away from Boskovic, trying to put as much pressure on the setter as they can. Sylla, high off the hands. And now it's a tough task for Serbia. The fans certainly haven't started to leave their seats and go home. Malinov. And sometimes for Italy, playing fast all the time is a problem for them, because they play on the edge of losing control at times, but today it's been marvellous. The offense is fast, the block are always struggling to keep up with the Italian offense. This time, Pietrini. Di Gennaro again has put the ball into a perfect spot in a vulnerable position. Malinov can do the rest from there. The height, the tempo that Di Gennaro really gives the ball is perfect. Free ball. The wheels are falling off for Serbia here. The service pressure from Agonu. And this is exactly what Mazzanti would have wanted, to put Serbia under pressure and to silence the crowd that, on the entry to this game, I called the Lion's Den. Doesn't feel like that whatsoever now. Agonu, free rein. Malinov, that connection was exactly the one that started to falter with Oro. And Malinov is falling back there, but she manages just to sit the ball up. It's very quick. Kiri Keller is running around on the slide attack, trying to take the blocker one way, while Agonu comes on the inside attack. Again, making it so tough for the blockers. Rasic this time gets back in the game. Rasic has been quiet, which also tells us a lot about the passing of Serbia and the first touch not being good enough. But when it is in, they have a chance. Malinov is the weaker blocker at the front court, but she's trying to pinch to take care of that wider set to the middle. Sylla. And she has had a captain's performance this evening, Myriam Sylla, that's for sure. But the blocking on Boskovic is incredible. Multiple blocks on Boskovic. And you feel that when Italy tame Boskovic, the whole Serbian performance might go with it. But again, it's out of rhythm. It's making her fall. Block out this time. Speed off the hands. Milinkovic. When they came into this arena, Serbia, they were greeted with a hero's welcome. It's a challenge from Italy. They're not giving Serbia anything. And they don't need to give Serbia anything. Instead of a 5-point game, 5-10, it's 11-4. Keller with one of the best serves of the set so far, bringing Milinkovic in short, chance in transition, Pietrini, everything that Italy are doing here, putting pressure on Serbia, everything Serbia are doing, they're struggling to get past Italy at all. Rasic can't find an answer, Agonu goes over the top, Ognjenovic now back to Rasic, but Agonu is playing defense as well as she's played offense there. Whatever Serbia do, they can't find an answer. Serbia are the Olympic bronze medalists, Europe's best finishers. They beat Italy in the quarterfinals. They're the world champions, and this is a golden generation for them. Yes, they're missing Branica Mihailovic, but Italy have just been out of this world.
Vi ste meni najbolji na svetu, koji jebe. Ajde, idemo da odigramo do kraja. Ajde.
12-4. Serbia will now need to rob the Italian bank and try and rob them of this European title. This third consecutive title looks to be slipping away. Sylla, miraculous all evening back there, reading everything. There's a head block off of Danesi. It's a story of this tale for Italy, who are still smiling when they lose a point. Serbia side out. If they have to win this, their pass has to be better. Ognjenovic cannot run what she wants to run. Serbia, well, it's not about side out. They need to serve tough. The pressure will be on them now behind the service line. Boskovic. A fascinating evening here in Belgrade. And as Serbia look for service pressure, they're chasing the game now from such a long distance behind the Italians that the feeling that they have to serve strong is there. And that means they might just try too hard from behind the service line. Milinov rolls one in. Danesi gets one on Popovic. Ognjenovic trying to use the middle on every occasion that she can. Boskovic is not firing. There's not many options. Ognjenovic is slightly out of system. Danesi knows that Ognjenovic loves to use the middle when the ball is not perfect. And it's the second time that Danesi's made that block. Oh, Mazzanti has still got it back there. Super stable from the coach. Serbia, high off the block, but their first two touches pristine this time. But once more, the task in hand is looking like one too many for Serbia. It's a difficult game from here on in. Italy need to hold their nerve. Remember, they walked into the Štark Arena with 12,000 people here, not one cheering. But they cheer for Serbia as they unite in the middle, saying they can still do this. The World Championship in 2018, Italy had control in the fifth by some distance, but Serbia made one of the biggest comebacks of all time. Lightning surely isn't going to strike twice with an 8-point lead. Di Janeiro, perfect play every time that Di Janeiro is called upon here. The libero puts the ball into the perfect spot. Agonu's life is so much easier from that situation. The ball's in front of her, she can stay high. It's a situation that Boskovic just hasn't had enough of in this fourth set. Always been chasing the ball. It's the same situation here, and the block's back in it. The passing from Serbia really limits Boskovic, but when the ball is in the right spot, the second time of asking, Boskovic has options, and Boskovic can score. It's another miss serve. We don't need to witness anything else apart from the body language of Serbia at the moment. Every time they miss a serve, it's another block. It's an absolute block fest out there. Coming in to this game, we spoke about the battle between the middles, 4 world-class middles on the court, 2 world-class opposites. But this time, Milinov, who's been inspired, pinches in on Rasic. Agonu with an ace. She's won the battle of the opposites as well. It's been a passing masterclass at times from Italy. Serbia haven't been as strong in the passing phase of the game either. Short ball ace, 2 from Agonu. And it's one-way traffic. Paola Agonu has certainly stepped up to the occasion once more. MVP of the Italian League, MVP of the Champions League that she's already won this year with Amoko Cogliano. And it's another ace for Agonu. This will mean so much to Agonu, so much to Italy, who lost the World Championship to Serbia, defeated at the Olympic Games to Serbia. This is a chance for them not just to win, but to maybe rub some salt in the wounds as well. Sylla, and they are showing absolutely no sign of giving in here. And the first fans have started to leave the arena here in Belgrade. They know that this game is over. Agonu has been unstoppable. Boskovic has not had her finest evening. And Italy are 2 away now from what has to be One of the best performances from this generation. One of the best performances from the Mazzanti regime here. Sylla, one into the net this time. And the first two sets gave us so much excitement, both teams passing well, the setters running their offenses they wanted it to be. But as the game has worn on, serving and passing has become such a key component. Serbia have struggled with both. This time the pass is out, but Agonu stays over the top. Milinkovic in the perfect position. Boskovic with the tip. Milinov is really active off the ball. She can't set that one, but it doesn't matter. Ball's out, but Sylla might just challenge this one. Agonu says don't challenge. Her arm is up, so the ball was out. Okay, Serbia. Well, the challenge has been
requested by Italy.
Taken by Mazzanti. $12,000 fans knew that one was out. Boskovic, who's such a special talent in this game, still just 24 years old, has a bright future. That's a rare one from Agonu. Serves multiple aces in a row. Serves countless points from the right side. And then a big paintbrush to away from the end. They're a bit lost for words here, Italy, because they know it should be a formality, but they still have to get across the line. Sylla, it's a great pass. Agonu, no paintbrush this time from Paola Agonu. And now Italy, 13 gold medal points here in Belgrade. They've certainly upset the Serbian apple cart here. Myriam Sylla serving for EuroVolley 2021. Di Gennaro is there, as she has been for years. And through the pipe, they've done it. The crowd is silenced. Italy have got revenge on Serbia. They've stopped Serbia creating history. They've stopped a third consecutive win for Serbia. And they've won their first European Championship since 2009. Heartbreak in 2018 at the World Championships that went Serbia's way. Heartbreak at the Olympic Games last month in Tokyo. But they finally have their revenge, the Italians, here in Belgrade, here in the Lions' Den. A performance to really remember. Their first final since 2009. And the pictures tell you everything that it means to this special, special Italian team. Captain Myriam Sylla, outstanding. Mazzanti has had to deal with so many sad moments in these matchups. And for Terzic, well, they will not achieve the three-peat. They will not match Russia, who are the only other team to achieve that goal. But they can be so proud of what they have achieved as a unit once again. But tonight is Italy's night here in Belgrade.
Please give a big warm applause to the winners of the CEV EuroVolley 2021.
Well, it's been a long time coming for Italy. their 5th gold medal match, the first for them in the European Championship since 2009. They beat the Netherlands to make the final. They beat Serbia for gold on Serbian soil, and that, in this arena, a full house, is extremely special. They're runners-up in 2001 and 2005. They won it back-to-back in 2007 and 2009. It's the first time they've won since 2009. Runners-up in the World Championships in Japan in 2018 to Serbia. Serbia had their number at the Olympic Games, beating Italy on Serbia's way through to a bronze medal. The medals presented by Mr. Luciano Cecchi, Italian Federation Vice President. The check presented by Mr. Štark Arena, CEV Senior Vice President, for €500,000. And the winner's trophy will be presented by the CEV President. But before that, we will stand for the national anthem of the European champions. It's Italy's turn to top the podium. The shirts of Pizzetti and Farah with them as well. It's Myriam Sylla, who was phenomenal this evening with 20 points. Herself, Paola Abonu and the rest of the team were incredible throughout this competition. It's going to be Myriam Sylla that lifts the trophy for Italy, and the celebrations can begin. It's Italy's turn to top the podium in EuroVolley for the first time since 2009. They finally defeated Serbia on the big occasion.